Oh, this map looks so sick. Oh, this is so cool. All right. Here we are. Now, I don't think the map name is necessarily going to ring a lot of bells for people, but this is the smallest Llanganati ever. This is a map that was debuted in a recent tournament back in January, NAC 5. There is not a lot of space to work with here. This is very true to the layout of the original Llanganati, where there's stone tiles mixed in with the wood on the outside. You have very little gold available near your base, and then you have to chop through the trees to get the other gold areas. We have Khmer for Masty, we have Goths for Emu, and I think it's possible this boar actually just dies here because this is a Goth villager. Yeah, Goths, they kill hunt pretty quickly, so... But this could end up being really good for Masty if all these boars just end up dying towards the middle of the map right now. Masty's gonna get 2 of them! Or wait, no, I think one of these was actually Masty's that's in the middle. There should be 2 boars per player. There's 2 there for Masty, there's 1 here for Emu, and there's another one here for Emu. And actually, that's an amazing mill. Because there's shorefish there, and there's also the boar. I think that's worth it. Emu says, how do I always come out worse? 11. And Masty says magic. Man, these guys are so wholesome. Like, if that was my twin brother, I would come back with something... I would have been like, aren't you used to it by now? I guess it's good that I didn't have a brother my age. I've got, like... My brother was 11 years older than me. I feel like it's very clear that he was a bit tough on me at times with how I speak about how these two should interact with each other. I was as big of an oops baby as it probably gets. My brother's 11 years older than me, and my sister's 8 years older than me. And when I was like 13, I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, why are my brother and sister so much older? Like, what happened there? You know, because some kid in school told me I was a mistake. My mom said, you're all part of God's plan. That's exactly what she said. She's never, ever, ever said that I was an oops. Ever. Never been able to get the words out of her. My dad, however, he's pretty clear on the situation. He said, when your mom told me she was pregnant, I said, you're kidding, right? So, yeah. Llamas go down. Scout goes down for Masty. Masty down a game here, too. I'm really liking Emu's eco setup towards the middle. That's a lot of precious food. You know what? You know what's a really nice aspect of having the Khmer here? It's not hopping inside the houses, which could be good, of course. The scout goes down. I think it's the fact that you don't need to build buildings to unlock other buildings. Like, space has been a real issue here, right? And so... if you had to build a barracks and then an archery range, you might even think archers isn't an option. But if you could just start with an archery range, you consider it. Or you could just go for a siege workshop without having to build the blacksmith or the market first. Or the mill even. Like, there's a lot of space savings. This could be good. Sir Dabs-a-lot says, how do I play these maps? Search for ultra small maps or more small maps in the mod center. You should be able to find them there. So my opinion has been very clear on this. I think that archer opening is strong. So that's what I'm thinking for Masty. There is a world, though, where you can just get away with a fast castle. So maybe fast castle into... maybe fast castle scorpions? I think fast castle scorpions could be really cool. Someone says, I think the biggest evidence you were an oops baby is that you're sitting here casting a 20-year-old game. Excuse me, person named after a hamburger. Supposedly a cute hamburger, because it says all in front of it. All right? This just means I've got taste. All right? But yeah, you're probably not wrong. Emu finds this. Remember, the scouts went down, right? So it could have gone unnoticed, and Emu Just boxes the lumber camp down. Remind me to never play Emu again in my life. I really would... I don't think I'd miss anything, really. I think my life would be better for it. Especially on a small map. No, thank you. Okay. Emu's about to be up. He's up 4-3 on his bro right now. He wants to win this show match. I'm guessing a tower could be in order. He really likes to wall in his opponent. And he already forced Masty away from his lumber camp. And we're going to see a tower here. It's a weird one, right? It doesn't immediately deny anything important, but it is giving control of space. Chat, you're funny, man. You're funny. Oh, I heard a villager die. I think it was a weak villager underneath the TC, so the tower range is that at least. Is this... Okay, so it is 4 range. For a second there, it felt like it had a bit more range than I was used to. Seems like Masty's trying the fast castle approach here. 23 vills is what you would go fast castle with Khmer in a normal map, so... But you don't account for losing your lumber camp. You don't account for losing that vill. And you don't account for possibly losing this one. Emu is trying to block. He's crazy. And he almost pays the price. I think we might see Masty go on a hunting expedition for that villager in a second. Emu, again, though, not having the food to really go anywhere. And Masty... I assume, like, intentionally idling right now, saving food for castle, and is just going to go out here and batter down this tower. Yo, Metal Rager, thank you for the 4 months. Benevert, thank you. I am somewhat of a Metal Rager myself sometimes. Depending on the moment. Yeah, I could see, like, Emu's brain's thinking he could wall from the right side as well now. And he's going to actually take out 2 more houses. Yeah, so this is going to be Scorpions for Masty. I feel like all-in Scorpions kills everything that Emu has so hard. It's 8 range Scorpions with the Khmer. The towers have 4 range. Ah, he's going for a stable. Well, I don't hate that, actually. But I actually think full Scorpions could be really good. I may have watched too many Phosphor or You Pudding games recently, though. So maybe my mind is... what would you say watching hundreds of games from those players does? Is it improved my mind? Probably another word. Corrupted. Brainwashed. Okay. I don't think the food's gonna be there. But, we'll see. Maybe Masty will just save the stable for something else later on. Dude. He keeps getting pop-capped because of Emu. It's so funny. So I think Emu needs to prep for an elephant or a knight or something because the stable's there. Won't know that Masty can't actually afford to make one right away. But, like, one knight stops Emu from expanding to any of the corners, in theory, right? And then Emu has to just wedge himself into this little area where it's very hard to do a lot. And there's the Siege Workshop. Are we about to have a freaking 4-4? By the way, this has been almost 4 hours. These games have been super competitive. They've pretty much taken no breaks. And all right, he's going to go for a mangonel. Much better destroying buildings, of course. So not a bad approach. And one knight is on the way. Another knight's on the way now, too. He may just stop producing bills. I wouldn't hate that. Just go full army here. Knight would still die to the TC fire, but the TC range is still so small, and that could be worth it here. I think you want to keep your knight alive, but if you take a trade against 3 or 4 villagers, you're going to be happy you have had that knight. Oh, and another knight's coming through. Even dropping a tower here. Now his TC's being attacked. Emu, he needs to take out the mangonel. He's going to use his vills there. But now the knight from the other side can loop in. There's going to be a new knight, too. This knight's still alive, by the way. Killed 5 villagers there. Don't kill your own vills here. Masty, repair. Masty has no gold. Masty has no gold. He lost to Mangonel the villagers. This is why I like Scorpions, because Scorpions kill villagers way better than Mangonels. But as long as he can get the gold to repair, he should be okay. Way too close for comfort, but gets the gold. Villagers are walking back and forth right now. Well, guys, if this goes to 4-4 and they're interested, I think we're going to need a decider game. It won't be able to be on a brand new map. I have to double check. Maybe T-West has an extra one. But I feel like we would have to try and do the decider game on another small map. Either a repeat of a favorite, which people could vote for. Or I don't know, we could have a Trebor or something. We'll figure it out. This series has been amazing. Emu behind, though. This Khmer fast castle play is really good. I think this was Masty's second civilization pick. So he valued this very high compared to the other civs. And Knight still putting in work over here. Just the idle time for Emu. Emu can't complete his siege workshop either. He's going to lose his market probably. Runs out to kill the Mangonel again, but there's still going to be knights around Masty. His micro has been perfect. No, we are not doing an extra large map as the decider. You guys want to turn this into a 24-hour stream. If you don't know Emu's reputation, he loves really long games. So he's known for like happily stonewalling and chilling. Ain't got time for that. Market is needed. Like, there's not going to be much gold income soon for Emu once he runs out of this gold in the back. So he needs that market, and it's going to go down. Yep, nice job. I like targeting the market. I think that should be a big part of, like, the meta here. We've seen multiple games where player not having the market has given some big problems in games. Masty. He just needs a good trade against this Mangonel, and the victory might be his. And then we have the 4-4. Knights are going to dive, going for the kill right away. The TC, not enough. 2 knights go down, but the Mangonel is down. And now the TC could go down, and there's nothing more in queue for Emu. He doesn't have the resources. He's just missing a bit of gold here, a bit of wood. No market now to balance it out. Has to go back to the gold. The knight is waiting there. The next knight's going to come in as well. This is GG. And Masty just playing this one to perfection. Maybe using all the knowledge from the previous games to figure out how to go for this one. I mean, faster castle age, siege knight, very little panic at times against Emu shenanigans. Whereas in other games, maybe engaged in the shenanigans that Emu really seems to prefer. Oh god, oh god. Mangonel hops out. Masty might have been waiting for this. He does get hit. And he gets hit again. That wasn't great. But the siege workshop is down for Emu, and he can't build a new one. And all of Emu's existence is right here. And it's gonna go down. It doesn't even matter that he killed that Mangonel or killed that knight. He's just got nothing, and the GG's called. 4-4. The definition of a back and forth series here between these two on the craziest settings. Oh, look at these farms, bro. That's why he took out the market. It needed farm space. Sick. All right, damage your opponent's economy, improve your own, gain farmland. Well, great game. That map, it always felt like space was going to be an issue there. With all the wood on the outside, it kind of forced their hands towards the middle. That was just a bit of a stomp, though. Still, map looks fantastic. Love the fact that we got to see it. And, again, YouTube, I have no clue right now. We got to figure this one out live. But hopefully we'll have another game if you guys are curious on what happens with the rest of the series. It'll probably hit YouTube at some point. But let's first see if they're interested.